The coal-fired Shady Point power plant in Panama generates enough electricity to power almost 250,000 homes and businesses. Waste byproduct from burning the coal is known by different names, but most people call it fly ash. For a decade, much of the plant's fly ash has been dumped on private property in this 5-story-high, 20-acre mine reclamation project. It sits beside the town of Bacoshi, 11 miles from the power plant.
After the Jacksons bought this land, they decided that they wanted the mine to be reclaimed, and they obtained permission from the Department of Mines to use fly ash as a fill material.
Residents of Bacoshi suspect dust from the fly ash could be making them sick. A sign at the edge of town is critical of the dumping and the state regulatory agencies that permit it. Diane Reese lives in Bacoshi and teaches science at the elementary school.
At the beginning of the fly ash, we didn't even know that there were toxic metals involved in fly ash. We thought it was harmless.
Her students study fly ash. The dump site is 1.5 miles from the school.
I have a group of 6th graders where there are 9 students out of 17 that have asthma problems. And with the fly ash that close, I feel that it's airborne at times and it could cause complications with that.
Logan Carver is one of the students with asthma.
Usually it kicks at me at night or early in the morning. I wake up and I can't breathe that well. I really don't know if it's really just the fly ash, because my mom had asthma too when she was little. So, but it's making it. She said it might be making it worse.
Residents from Bacoshi told an Environmental Protection Agency hearing in Dallas they're concerned health problems like cancer and asthma in the community are linked to or made worse by exposure to dust from fly ash.
I am a cancer survivor. I had colon cancer in 2002 and breast cancer in 2007. And of course, with all the toxic metals that are involved in fly ash, there is a concern, not that any of us know where cancer comes from, but along my neighborhood, there are at least 16 families out of 20 that have a cancer of some sort involved in their family, and several deaths from that.
When fly ash arrives at the dump site, it's mixed with water, then piped onto the pile to minimize dust in the air. Operators of Shady Point held a lengthy news conference this week to adamantly deny allegations that fly ash poses a health hazard.
I believe 100% the fly ash is not harming anyone from the regulations that we're under and the way that it is handled, and from the studies that have been done through the federal government, through the EPA.
Current EPA regulations classify fly ash as non-toxic and non-hazardous. However, the agency is holding hearings to determine if that should be revised.
As always, we'll comply with whichever regulations are in place.
Shady Point's Lundy Kiger says when residents express concerns about fly ash dust blowing off trucks transporting it from the plant to the dump site, nearly $1 million was spent to buy covered trucks and a high-pressure washing system. Trucks loaded with fly ash drive through the sprayer before leaving the plant. Residents of Bacoshi worry that's not enough to protect their health. They'd rather see stricter regulations instituted by either state or federal agencies to ensure fly ash doesn't pollute the air or groundwater or expose people to toxic heavy metals. But for now, the situation is unresolved, and everyone is waiting for the next move to be made by the EPA. For O&R, I'm Kathy Tatum.